And when he got home from the post office, he was able to announce to me that they actually hired him. So now Spike is the official Ponyville male dragon.
Wow, honestly, respect words too. I ain't never thought that Lizard was gonna amount to anything anymore.
Indeed. Almost ashamed that this huge development he went through came at the cost of my OnlyFans income. But since I don't need to rely on that anymore either way, I can as well be happy for him. And for me, because I really feel like I need to appreciate it more that Spike now leaves me alone. At least this year I didn't get a dick calendar for housewarming.
It's honestly amazing how you always manage to turn everything you say around in a way that it ends up revolving around you. Really makes you feel that generosity you're allegedly known for.
Oh, Dash, darling, am I not simply generous for still blessing you all with my presence? Believe me, normally would not be fit for me as the new fancy pants to even associate with peasant ponies like you at all.
I'm literally royalty.
Then you should have known that I of course excluded you when saying that. I just didn't want to be so upfront about it with the others.
Sure, whatever.
Is everything alright, Twilight? Usually you wouldn't just accept the bullshit Rarity said without at least snarking about it. Are you okay?
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but you do seem kinda reserved. And also a little, mentally absent, know what I'm saying?
What is wrong with you, Twilight?
Yeah, you got me. I indeed have something on my mind. Something that I'm really struggling to let go, even though I can't do anything about it.
Come on, that ain't true. At the very least, you can whine about it to us. That always helps me when I'm stressed.
Would have never guessed.
Okay, might as well. But be one, cause this is gonna be quite the reveal. Lately I'd come to realization that it's been forever since I saw my brother and Cadence. So last weekend, between the sketches, I went to the Crystal Empire to visit them. But unfortunately I picked a very bad time for that because I discovered that Shining Armor had developed a case of dangerous horn cancer.
Excuse me? Horn cancer?
It's a unicorn disease that afflicts the horn. Basically, it's like every other aggressive cancer, with the only difference that it also negates any form of magic. Cadence was able to look into the horn through a magic lens, and we discovered that Shining Armor apparently contracted this cancer through the dark magic King Sombra used on him, back in the Season 3 premiere.
Really? But that was such a long time ago. How come it only shows now?
Like all cancer, it's a slow and creeping disease. In the last decade, the dark magic had begun to continuously corrupt my brother's horn from the inside out. And now Shining Armor might lose his horn entirely, if the disease has not already progressed so much that it's too late for him.
You know, it's a good thing Miss Shirley ain't here. She'd probably be celebrating this shit and saying that your brother deserved it.
Okay? Why the hell did you feel the need to say that?
Oh, sorry. I guess I spent too much time listening to my little sister's ranting. Seriously, I'm really starting to worry about that foal and her political views. Only recently she fucking race-swapped herself and made herself look black. Like, who the fuck does that? And all just to prove a fucking point that, if anything, has just a very poor reasoning behind it.
Oh, I wouldn't think too much of it, Applejack. Sweetie Belle told me all about the kind of shit your sister always says, and quite frankly, to me it just seems like she really hates their teacher and wants to be contrarian to everything she says on principle.
And even if she's being serious, I'd guess that is just a phase. She's still little, you know? You might forget that because of the effect a Sirius has on ponies, but despite her big, vulgar mouth, she's still a fucking child. I'm sure she'll grow out of it with enough time. Like with any of those political wings, the same way those lefties you'd call woke become more reasonable with time, the same way radical counterculture followers will eventually stop being so obsessed about it. In most cases, at least.
From your lips to God's ears.
Ahem. I'm still here, you know. Real fucking nice of you to just completely drop me in what I was talking about out of the conversation. Did you not listen to me before? My brother has cancer. He might lose his horn, or even die. This is horrible.
Yeah, though, are you really sure it was Sombra that did that? To me, it rather looks like your brother just became a victim of cancer culture.
You know, with every day I spend time with y'all, I realize more and more that you're all gonna die before me. And that thought makes me happy.
Kinda a random thing to say, Twi. What do you mean by that?
I don't know, it's just like, you all act so mortal all the time. You know, like a time in this world is limited. That's why you gotta tell all the bad jokes before it's too late.
What do you mean we're acting mortal? We're not acting any other way than you are. Like, literally, we're filming this sketch right now and talking shit same as you. What's the fucking difference?
Well, I'm afraid this isn't something you can even comprehend. It just seems mortal when you do it, you know? I think you can only understand this feeling as a deity.
And you want to talk shit about me and my ego. You used to be nothing but a mortal yourself.
Maybe, but that old me is dead.
Can I just say I'm really sorry for what your brother's going through right now. It must be scary as hell.
Especially considering Robotus probably only gave him Hornkansas so he could have ID make that retarded wordplay.
What? What the? Oh, wow, I totally forgot I even had this.
You mean that holoprojector you took from Celestia's lab like a year ago? Have you been carrying that thing with you all this time? And you never noticed it?
Why, of course I did. Why else would I be surprised by it? What a dumb question. Yes? Oh, Cadence, it's you. Since when do you also have a holoprojector?
Oh, Luna recently came by and brought me one of those. She figured that our princesses should have one so we can stay in closer contact. And it only took her like 9 months to come to that realization.
Don't look a gift pony in the mouth, Cadence. I wouldn't have thought of that at all.
Whatever. Luckily, you were sloppy enough to not put this thing out of your pockets even though you haven't used it in almost a year. Because I'm in fact not only calling to remind the viewer of the existence of these protectors.
You're not? I was this close to just hanging up again, Cadence. Then speak, what is it?
Well, I'm calling to inform you about your brother. And how it's going with his cancer.
Oh god, this can either be very good or very bad news. Okay, I'm ready. Hit me with it.
Calm your teeth, Twilight, as if I would waste this much time before telling you when something serious had happened. This is my husband we're talking about.
So Shining Armor has not just died off screen?
What? No! Quite the opposite, actually.
What do you mean?
I was able to cure his cancer. He's completely fine again.
What? How the fuck did you do that?
Brace yourself, Twilight, you're gonna love this. I was able to cure his cancer with the bullshit power of love.
Excuse me?
Yeah, just like in Season 2 when we vanquished the changelings. I narrowly said, my love will give you strength, and hugged him. Then our horns connected, I felt this huge rush of magical energy flown through my body, and a blinding light engulfed both me and Shining Armor. When it faded, your brother's horn was back to normal. Did you hear me?
Yes, I did hear you. I'm just struggling to process this. So Shining Armor does not have cancer anymore. Because you just healed him in the short little meantime after I went home and before we filmed this sketch. Are you fucking serious right now?
What's your deal, Twilight? I thought you would be happy that your brother won't lose his horn now. Or worse.
I am. My heart feels like it's fucking skyrocketing right now. But I still can't ignore the huge fucking bullshit this entire turn of events is. God, I just despise this stupid-ass Robotus writing style where nothing ever means shit. Like, here I am worried out of my mind for my brother, only to learn that, oh, actually, your worries were entirely fucking worthless. Why even give Shining Armor cancer at all if he's just gonna cure it in the very same goddamn episode?
To make that cancer culture joke?
Sorry, Cadence, I'm just fed up at this point. Tell Shining Armor I'm happy for him, but for now I'll have to digest this dumbass plot for a bit. Talk to you later.
Okay, Twilight. Until then...
So, no cancer then?
Nope.
God fucking hell, I totally feel you, Twilight. To just play with your emotions like that, and even more just to make this fourth-rate wordplay.
Not to mention the horrible moral this kind of twist always tells. Like, ooh, look kids, their family member was healed by the power of love. So if you have lost someone to cancer, that's simply because you didn't love them enough.
Holy shit, seriously. Why is that so accurate?
Do you remember when Robotus would write stuff like the cloning conspiracy, or Clocktier, and Ominous? Whatever happened to all of that energy?
Honestly, don't mind me saying that. I think this disappointment is on you girls.
The fuck are you saying?
I mean, did you seriously expect there to be actual stakes involved? You sillies, don't you know that ponies are vegetarian?
Hilarious as always, Pinky.
Wait a minute, wasn't this an ending joke? AJ?
Technically it was. Nah, fuck it, y'all gonna hate me for this, but I actually kinda like that one.
Sure. You would.